Welcome to the build of Princess Elizabeth World War II. I'm aiming to build a diorama of the couple of vehicles here that Queen Elizabeth operated on during the Second World War. I'll start work on the engine now. I've primed the engine and painted it, so now I'll start putting it together. The first part to go on is the inlet and exhaust manifold. Fits into a small slot on the side of the engine block. It's got to line up with a little part on the bottom for the exhaust. Adding the air cleaner on top of the manifold, or top of the carburetor actually. Fits on quite neatly. Now adding the dynamo and the pulleys. They actually had a dynamo, not a generator as a lot of people call them. They're actually a dynamo, producing a DC current. Touch of extra thin to hold it in place. Now adding the fan. These have been primed and painted. This fan didn't want to go for the start, but finally got it in the end. Oh, look at that beautiful head. Used to be bright red. There's the engine on its subframe, ready to go into the chassis. Bit out of frame, but oh, it's just a bit of a picture. Now I'll start work on the subfloor pan out with the springs and drive shaft. It's a simple kit, this one, because the floor pan is all in one piece with the side rails and everything already kept together. This cleans up fairly easily without too much filing, and because there's very little flash or mold lines, so it's quite simple to clean it up. This on the front end is very delicate. There's very fine parts here. In actual fact, the sprue gate just fell off. That's how fine it was. And that's the subfloor, floor pan and chassis. I left these two pieces on because they can come off later, so it support the part and protect the delicate parts. Now I'll cut out the springs and drive shaft and diff. Again, this is all been moulded in one piece, so makes it a little bit simpler to put together. Takes some of the challenge out of the building, but you can get the model completed much quicker. Making sure I don't cut the wrong bits off, because there's sprue gates everywhere on this one, and that's got it. Now just to clean it up. I really need a haircut. But here in Thailand you only get haircuts on Mondays. Otherwise it's bad luck. It's one of the part of the culture here. You can hear the fan running in the background because even though it's a little bit cooler today, 26, the humidity is still quite high. Making sure I check with the instructions to put it in the right way. There's some locating tabs that need to be picked up here. A bit of a close-up view. You'll see there's recesses here. I'm just adding some extra thin too. And on the back there's some pins for the rear of the spring, leaf springs. I won't be spraying this with Mr. Surface, a primer, until such time as I got the front axle in as well. That's the rear part of the floor pan with the springs and diff in place. Next episode I'll add the front axle and steering, and then prime it with Mr. Surfacer. Thanks for watching. Please tick the thumbs up, subscribe and ring that bell for more videos. So it's cheerio for